Maybe here. Okay. So today's topic is to talk about like what's like to do job hunting in Japan. Actually, this is the very first time for me to do this kind of video, like talking by myself and introduce myself. So the reason why I started to decide to shoot this video was like a few months ago. I had a chance to talk with a woman from the Philippines. I mean, she was asking me a few questions about like what it's like to do job hunt in Japan, to this team. Um, and that was on the platform of like online conversation platform, and the time was very limited, so I couldn't explain it like in detail. So a brief explanation at the time. So I just wanted to like explain it in detail. I at the same time I thought there's some kind of like demand, or some people are hoping to get to know the reality of job hunting in Japan, especially those who are thinking of like studying Japan as a international student, or maybe like have those who have already been in Japan and taken bachelor course and master course, maybe like PhD, and hoping to have career in Japan. So that is today's topic, and the reason why I decided to shoot this video. And I wanted to break down this video into two parts. One is the overview of my experience doing job hunting, and the other one is some advice that I can share based on my experience. And that is my today's two uh, topics, not themes or maybe like parts. And let's get into the first part. And first part is again the experience. Um, I want to briefly introduce myself. I'm a university student currently on the fourth grade, taking a master course in Kansai region, so western part of Japan, in one private company. I don't know, in a one private university, and I started doing my job hunting around November 22. So on the third grade, so autumn fall 22. So and I spent half a year, more than half a year for job hunting. So back then, so before starting doing job hunting, I was thinking of having career in other countries. So like uh, I did a preparation for examination of USCPA because I wanted to become a accountant in especially in English speaking countries. That was my dream. But fortunately, had some chances to talk with like fourth grade university student, or some employees in already working in some companies. I could reconsider my like strengths and weaknesses and what I want to do in my future. And I thought like the best decision isn't isn't to to keep chasing the goal or chasing my dream. I mean, working in other countries, but I think to working in the environment. I mean, work to like after graduation and start working in Japan and have some experiences. And again, thinking of going to other countries was best decision for me. So that's what I thought. So I decided to do job hunting in this country, Japan. And the very first thing that I did was to register for the platform of what is called BizReach, BizReach Campus. So that is the platform that university students have opportunities to talk with employees in a lot of countries. So if you want to contact as a university student, but there's some limitations. So not all the university students can use it, but it totally depends on the university. So if you want to apply and if you're allowed to use the platform, I think it's um I think it's I yeah the platform is very beneficial because you can have listen to the real voice of employees in that company. So the majority of students are trying to gather information using SNS, like YouTube or Twitter, X, like, or maybe other platforms as well to gather information. But sometimes like we feel like the information is correct or incorrect. So 100% for sure, the maybe 95% you can gather correct information because the employees are there. And so that is what I did, especially at the very beginning of my job hunting. And the second thing that I did was to do preparation for examination. I mean, two examination which I took. The first one is SBI, and the other one is GAP. So basically, like Japanese and mathematics and English, three types, two examinations. So you have to be well prepared. So the border of the examination is different. So it depends on the company. So, but at the same time, like you send in out your resume, you have to send the scores of the examinations. So if you cannot achieve the border, you cannot take the first interview, basically. So it's quite important to take better score on the examination. And the third thing that I did was to do the practice of interview with my friends or employees using the platform of BizVillage again. So even though that I like, if I like how much I could do preparation of like how much I understood the strengths or weaknesses of myself, but I could not, if I could not like introduce myself well, it doesn't mean anything, right? So having time to do preparation for interview is quite important as well. So that's those three things. First, register for the platform BizRich campus to have a contact with employees. I mean, especially to listen to the real voice of employees in each company. And the second thing is to do the preparation for SBI and GAP. I mean, examination to take the first exam to interview. And the third thing is to what was that? Third thing is to do the preparation for interview. Yes, that is the overview of my job hunting, spending more than half a year, but I didn't spend 1 year. Yes, and personally, I applied for maybe mainly three types of industries. One is trading companies, and second is manufacturing companies, and the last one is M&A, merger and acquisitions. Merger and acquisition is the industry of connecting one company with another company. Yes, and yeah, that's what I did. So the second part is to introducing the tips or some advice for job hunting, especially for students from other countries or international students. Again, like as I said, it's quite important to do the preparation, three things. So that is my advice. And if I add something to it, I think there's some like slight difference between like Japanese students and also international students. I saw some specific like entrance. How can I say, like I'm a Japanese university student, so I apply for very basic way, but there is some area or positions, especially for students from other countries. So checking out those information could be beneficial as well. So gathering all the information, and if I were a student from other countries, international students, I think having contact with like employees from other countries, I mean, having a similar backgrounds is quite important as well. So this is not what I did because I'm a Japanese university student, but I think it's quite efficient way, because getting to know the path that you have to take on from the person like having similar backgrounds, I think is quite efficient and beneficial then. And yeah, that's it. This is a very first video, so I'm not pretty sure this I could talk well, or I'm not pretty sure whether I can answer your demand, but I want to like brush up everything, like English language ability and other things as well. So thank you for watching. If you have some comments like room for improvement or like requests for other videos, please tell me in the comment below. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.